to do something, and I didn't quite know what. And I knew I needed to change. I wasn't fulfilled. And business school seemed like, that's what I want to do. This is what's going to get me to that next step and what's going to make me happy. And from there, that was the big transition of my life. That really started where I changed.
Yeah.
And you'll see that as I go on.
But really quick, what I find interesting is like what your parents said in terms of like, are you sure?
Yes.
And I think when I decided to go back to school too, they kind of did the same thing. And I think it's interesting just overarchingly, like when we moved through, you know, different pink space, I call them pink spaces. When we move out of your typical pink spaces and we're going, people are just like, you sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
That's what they did. I mean, when I called them, that's exactly what my parents said.
I'm like,
Both
yes.
of them were like, are you sure about
Yes,
this?
I am. Thank you. I am filled with conviction. I am.
Quite a commitment. You know, they're like kind of hesitant. I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I don't always see the same type of questioning for men. But, you know, that's different day, different story. So anyways, you're in business school. You're still dating Andrew at the time.
Yep.
And business school, you're just about to get into that. And I completely understand this. Is like, it was also a transformative part of your life in age too. Like,
yes.
Right?
Yeah, so I was in like my mid-20s. Going back, I did an MBA PM program at USC. So that's where you go to school at night. It's still the full-time MBA. It's not an executive or anything. So basically, year one, I was still working. 50% of my classes I finished in year one, my core. And it was a crazy year. It was busy. A lot. And month 2 of B school, Andrew proposed.
Wow.
So he was already like, all right, like, I want to get married, all this. And I kind of had forgotten about the whole marriage thing. You know, I was like, oh, like, that's right. I did want that. And I had just kind of changed my priorities, thinking, like, I want to be a professional. Like, I want to be a woman like my mom. And just really
want to be a badass.
I want to be a badass. Like, why wouldn't you, you know?
And I think it's more than that, though. I think you learned from your mom, and something that I also hold very dearly to myself as a woman is being able to be financially secure.
Yes.
And that, speaking of which, I mean, I think I've mentioned her to you. I actually have her book here. Sally Krawcheck, she writes this book. It's called Own It. And she talks about the financial independence that comes when you take over your own finances.
Yes.
And that is something that you witnessed personally. And she started now her own company. It's an investment company for women called Ellavation. And I love it. But like what she writes about in Own It is just how freeing it is to be able to make your own decisions.
Yeah.
And be able to run your life the way that you want to run it. And I think that's what you were kind of in the back of your mind. You always wanted to be married, but you still had this like inclination of, you know, I still want to be financially independent.
Always.
I want to drive my life.